In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an immersion cooker made by a company called HadinEEon. Precise temperature control make restaurant quality meals at home. And this is what the cooker looks like. Here are the specifications of this cooker. And we do have a few warnings of what not to do. And here it tells us how good this cooker is with making different kinds of meals with some really nice pictures here. Let's open it up and check it out. So it is quite large, and it does have a pretty heavy duty grounded cord here. So on the bottom of the machine here, we can see there's openings everywhere. And then we have a minimum and a maximum levels here. And this is where our water needs to be, anywhere in between here. On the back of the cooker, we can see there's a stainless steel clip, and it has a nice little rubber foot here. And when you do stretch it over, it can grip to it really well. So if we head to the top, we can see we have the control panel here with a little display, power button, settings, and up and down. So here it looks like we have some documentation, the manual, how to operate it, quick start guide, how to get started without reading the manual, some tips on how to use it, and a thank you card. So on the quick start, we can see what all our controls do here and what everything is. Very helpful. We have a really nice picture of some cooked meat here. So here they start out by saying what you need: a sealed bag, some water, and either steak, chicken, corn, salmon, eggs, etc. I guess whatever you're going to be cooking. So number one, we're going to be clamping our cooker to the side of the pot. So I'm going to use this bowl here, and so all we got to do is just set the cooker inside, and I'm just going to clamp it to the edge here. So it's not a perfect fit, but I think it'll still work just fine. So now we need to fill it with water somewhere between the minimum and the maximum. All right, that should be good right there. Plug our cooker into the outlet. So it did beep when we plugged it in, and now we just have to hold the power button for 3 seconds and it comes on. The water is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's hit the settings. So here we can set our temperature, which we're gonna go to about 150 for eggs, and then the time, which we need about 40 minutes. All right, I think I made 40 hours instead of minutes. Click again, it goes to minutes, and these are hours. All right, so let's start cooking. And so it activated. And actually, I can hear it's doing something, and it looks like it's circulating water around. And we can see our temperature is rising quite quickly. And that is the water temperature right now in the pot. All right, so as that's heating up, I'm gonna go get some eggs, and that's what we're gonna be cooking for the first try here. So these are just regular white eggs, nothing too special. And we're gonna try to cook 4 of them and see how they come out. So the idea with this cooker is not to actually cook the contents inside of the water, but it's more to cook in a bag or through the bag, you know, heating up the contents inside and then keeping all the flavor and the juices and the nutrients inside of it concealed in the bag. That way you have a very flavorful and delicious cooked, you know, chicken or steak or fish, whatever you're cooking. So it looks like we're heating up pretty quick. We got 101, and the water's definitely quite warm now, and the eggs are moving around there and the water is being twirled around. So I'm just gonna let this cook for the next 40 minutes, and we'll see how these eggs turn out. So the timer ended and it beeped and then shut itself off, and we can see that is the temperature of the water right now. So our eggs should be done to perfection, but let's open one and see. And it looks like it's not ready yet. It's almost there, but our white is still too gooey. But I know some people like it like this, which is almost perfect. So as you can see, we can make perfect eggs. So let's try something a little more sophisticated. So for the next part, I want to cook a piece of fish, and this is salmon, and it's already vacuum sealed in a bag, and this is ideal for this type of cooker. So you can either marinate and seal it yourself and then cook it, or you can just go ahead and buy them at the store like this one is, which makes it really easy and convenient. So we're simply just going to put this in the water, And so fish actually requires a lot less temperature. Now if we go back to our little quick start guide here, at the end of it we do have a cooking guide that kind of tells us what each type of meats need to be cooked at what temperature and for how long, and then the thicknesses of them. So if we go to the second page, we can see we got salmon right here, and they recommend 132 degrees for 20 to 40 minutes depending, you know, I guess on the size and whatnot else. So we're gonna go for 30 minutes right in between of what they recommend, and we'll see how that turns out. So our water is still a little hot from the eggs, but that's okay. Click on settings and adjust it to 132. And we'll put the time. All right, got to click it again to go to minutes. And if you hold it, obviously it goes fast. 30 minutes. All right. So we should be good to start. We're going to hit the power, and there it goes. So the really unique part about this kind of cooking is that the water is very evenly temperatured throughout the whole area. So it cooks the contents very evenly and very precisely at the temperature it needs to be. All right, so let's see what happens to this fish in about 30 minutes. Alright, so it's done and it sounded the alarm, and according to the looks of it, the fish does look like it's cooked. So let's go ahead and pull it out, and we're going to put it on the same plate with the eggs. And I went ahead and opened another egg that I cooked for another 5 minutes after that, and as you can see, it's so much better, or at least that's the way I like them better. Let's see how this fish turned out. And look at that, it looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and cut it here through the middle. Quite soft. And yeah, as we can see, it looks quite ready all the way down to the middle. Very nice. Now, if you like a little bit of like crispiness and things like that, you know, you might want to put it maybe in the frying pan or the oven to, you know, give you that crunchy flavor. But a fish like this would go great with rice and even this egg here. So, and the great thing about cooking like this is that you have so much flavor because none of your marination is being diluted or, you know, being escaped by cooking otherwise. So this works great for a lot of different kind of meats. You can even make steaks and chicken, obviously, and a lot of different kind of varieties. And when you're done with this, you can go ahead and power it off by holding the power button or just unplugging it from the wall. And there's really no maintenance to it. You don't really have to clean it or anything because it just was in water, and storing it away would be a breeze. Alright guys, so this is the HadinEEon immersion cooker. So as you can see, you can do quite interesting cooking with this thing, and if you have favorite dishes or favorite meals that you like making, you can try to go this route and see how much better your meats can really be. Not to mention, a lot of pros and chefs like to use this kind of method. Alright, well hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit that like button. And if you want to pick up one of these immersible cookers for yourself, I'm going to have some links in the description, so check that out. And if you enjoy videos like this and you want to see more, I do a lot of interesting things on this channel, so hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.